Hey there, Munchie Mafia. So tonight is my last hurrah before I start my new job tomorrow. So we're going to do one of my favorites, breakfast for dinner. So let's get to it.
There you go.
All right. So it is my last hurrah, and I'm so excited. I get to go and start my new job tomorrow, and I think I'm going to have a blast. So breakfast for dinner has always been one of my favorite dinner things. What we have here is some organic cage-free eggs. Because that's the only thing you can buy in Washington State is, at the very bare minimum, is cage-free. And we're going to need some salt. We're going to need some pepper. Hello, Greg. Hello, mean girl. Long time no see. All right. I'm going to add the pepper, add some salt. And there's going to be some more magic that goes with that. So there's our scramble. We have some extra thick bacon right here. I'm going to just move this out of the way because we don't actually have anything in that this time. All right, because there's only the two of us, and sometimes it's just easier said than done. We just use these, and we really like these a lot. I don't know which camera we're on. Which camera are we on? That one? So this is enough for the two of us. And you just fill it with some boiling hot water and let it sit for 12 minutes. I know. But you're a chef. You shouldn't be doing those things. You should be doing those from scratch. Well, you know what? Sometimes you just gotta make do. Because I don't know when my next day off is going to be, and I really don't want potatoes sprouting in my kitchen somewhere and stinking. Now, if you know about potatoes and how they stink up a kitchen after they've gone bad, then you know. So this is just easier. It's also shelf stable before you add the water, so they last forever. So in a pinch, or pretty much in a pinch, there you have it. Stuff's good stuff. Hey, onesies. Mason's here too. Wow, and Greg. Oh, look at what the cat dragged in. Hey, Mason. Yeah, I know, right? I haven't seen either of you two in a long time. So, so glad you all made it. Welcome. It's been a wild journey. I'm so glad that that chapter is closed with the jail. I no longer work there. No, I didn't get fired. I basically quit, and I feel great. I feel great about it. Okay, Jimmy Dean sausage, because I've had a lot of different sausages over the years, and yeah, Fletcher's and Hempler's are really good too. But for something that's budget friendly, Jimmy Dean is like the best. Okay, so we're gonna put that in a pot. Stick this on a stove. I'm gonna put big old Mr. Cast Iron over in the back. I'm gonna put this over here. Put that over there for right now. And we're gonna turn this on. We're gonna let it get some heat. Get happy. Get my spurtle. We have some diced onion and a stick of unsalted butter. You can use salted butter. Just be mindful that don't add extra salt. We also have some medium cheddar cheese. I'm not sure if that's going to be enough, but we'll see. I think I have more. And of course, whole milk. And here's a funny thing about milk. This is Dairy Gold brand, right? The expiration date is in March. Just bought it like 4 days ago, right? So it expires in March. Now, we don't go through a lot of milk, so, it is what it is. But you could buy the store brand, and it's like dead within about a week, Is it really worth saving 75 cents to $1 for something that's going to expire in a week, or have something that lasts a couple months? I don't understand that. Never understood. So let's see here. Let's go check our sausages. We're gonna want to get that all nice, and we're gonna make sausage gravy to go with our brekkie for dinner. And I also got some really cool bread. I don't normally buy a lot of different breads. I'm a creature of habit. I like what I like, but for some strange reason, Thomas brand is one that's mostly known for their English muffins, but Timmy loves the cinnamon swirl bread, and they had cinnamon swirl bread, but then I looked over one spot over, and they have an everything bagel bread. So it's got the everything bagel seasoning all over. It looks like poppy seeds and sesame seeds and I don't know what else, but yeah, probably has nigella. Let's see here. Flaxseed, quinoa, onions. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to give that a try, see how we like that. So for the amount of sausage gravy that we're going to be making, it's like half of a pound of Jimmy Dean in bulk. Now, if you are one of those bougie types that really likes, the high-end stuff, well, use high-end stuff. Use whatever you want to use. But this is my favorite. It's like I don't know what it is about the smell of this. It just brings back fond memories of my childhood going over to my grandmother's. She used to make the best country gravy. And she always used Jimmy Dean. That was always, the thing. And we're going to pop a little bit of this onion in there. Not a lot. Just a little. And where's that seasoning from K&G? Probably put it away somewhere. See here. I'm afraid to open the cabinet door because I'm always afraid that something's going to pop out and say, surprise! Just like the other day, broke one of my favorite dishes. Oh, it's right there in front of my face. All right. I'm so in love with that seasoning. So it's Jim Baldridge Secret Seasoning. I used a lot of it yesterday because I've decided that, that's what makes the magic happen in the cream corn that I make. I just loved it. Just loved it. Okay, so we want some sherry. We'll throw a little bit of sherry in there to deglaze that pan. I know, right? Because when you put sherry in a sausage gravy, well, shh, hush your mouth. This is my gravy. You don't have to. All right, but I want all those nice little mealy bits that are floating around down there to release from the bottom of the pan. And you could also use chorizo, or if you don't eat pork, you can always choose one of the really nice chicken sausages. Yeah, Mason, I'm glad I walked away from them too, because I realized that they really had no care for me as a person and as an employee. I almost laughed my ass off today when I was on LinkedIn. Just gonna give it a little splash of salt. Lots of pepper. Lots and 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 lots of pepper. Okay? You gotta have that pepper. We're gonna add some of the secret seasoning. But anyway, I got on the LinkedIn, and the part that cracked me up a whole hell of a lot was that they had this graphic. The company had a graphic up, and they were like, about how they care and blah, blah, blah and everything. I'm like, yeah, no, you care about the bottom line. So yes, I'm glad to be done with that place. All right, so now we're going to get a stick of butter. It's 4 ounces. Right into the pot. While that's going, what we're going to do is we're going to heat up this cast iron in the back. Move these butters out of the way. Hey, NBL. Oh, so cool. I'm so glad. Yeah, it was a new toy for me. I got it for Christmas, and I tried posting it earlier this morning, and I think I was just a little dead to the world this morning. I was a little tired out, but it sat in the private folder all freaking day long, and I'm like, where is it? Where is it? I gotta share that. It's a very simple knife sharpener to use, and you just got to know what your knife angles are. And usually you can get on a Google and say, what's my knife angle for X brand of knife? It'll take you to like 50 gazillion websites, mostly trying to sell you knives, or reviews on said knife, or
there she is.
Whatever. Huh? There she is. Oh, it is Teresa. Hello, Teresa. We got a surprise for you. Guess what day it is?
Well, it's a couple of days ago, but
it was a few days ago. But with all of the craziness happening around the holidays, it was kind of lost track of time. So, okay. Teresa, here we go. I love it. Size matters. Happy birthday, darling. So, all right. So our butter is nice and melted, and we got a lot of sassy happening in this sausage pan. Sausages. So now we're going to make our roux. And this is a one pot wonder. So we're going to let this get all nice and fat and sassy right there. Mixy. And normally I like to use the maple sausage, but this time I got the classic. That maple sausage is really, really freaking good. I don't know if you've ever had it, but you know, I'm sure Teresa's had it. Sorry, Teresa, I couldn't help myself. Hey, David, welcome. It's my last hurrah before I start my new job tomorrow. Tomorrow's my big day. I'm like, what kind of attire do I need to be wearing? Do you want me wearing kitchen clothes, or what are we doing? And, well, if you want, well, it's not a matter of what I want. It's a matter of what am I going to be doing my first day. All right, so now we're going to splash the milk in there. Going to give that a stir. We're going to take a gander at our cast iron pan. All right. So I had to go and run around looking for all my chef jackets. I get to wear chef jackets again. And I'm so excited. I've missed wearing chef jackets. So that was my fun for the day, was getting that all taken care of. All right. So half cup of flour, half cup of butter, bunch of milk. And we're going to reduce the temperature down to a 2. Actually, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap this around. We're going to grab this pan. It's just screaming hot. Turn that back up, turn that one down. Give this a stir. Keep the milk handy because we just might need to add a little bit more. So we got some nice heat coming off this pan. It's smoking.
You're gonna put the bacon in?
Oh yeah, I am gonna put the bacon in. Yes, thank you, Timmy. Let's get the bacon in. This is bacon, and I bake mine in the oven on a Silpat at 375 degrees. I just like making my bacon that way. It's good. It's good pork. Okay, so Idaho Spuds. Let's take a gander at these. Open up the crate. Oh yeah. All right, so we want to make sure that we have plenty of oil on that surface because we don't want our potatoes to stick too bad. There we go. Add the onion in there. You can also add bell pepper if you want. It's up to you. And we're just going to let it do its thing for a little bit. Now these potatoes, they're great in a pinch. They're cheap. They're shelf stable. So they're great for when you go camping because they're shelf stable. And for 2 people, just opening up one of those every so often whenever you do breakfast. We don't get much opportunity to do Sunday brunch. But then again, you know, my schedule's going to be changing quite a bit because going from no days off to having some days off is going to be just absolutely freaking amazing. Yes, we can't forget the bacon. You're very, very right. So I'm doing an egg scramble to go with it. This is what I find is when you make eggs over easy or over medium, it just doesn't go very well with the country sausage gravy.
Come on, Dory, stop.
All right.
No. Killing me.
I get these over at Costco, by the way. They come in a case. They're 4.2 ounce net weights. And you just preheat a large nonstick skillet, 2 tablespoons of oil over medium-high heat. Fry for 6 minutes, stirring thoroughly every 2 minutes, according to the box. And as you can see, we're getting some browning. Now, if you want to get a really good browning, what you can do is in between those 2 minutes, just dot them with a little bit of butter here and there. Spread it out evenly so the pan gets nice and evenly coated. Just go around and just give it a little smidge of butter. Butter's your friend. All right. Hey, Tiger. Traffic sucked ass. Okay, well. Now you're here. At least I wasn't late today. Haha. I know. Too soon. Okay. We could deck it out with a little bit of garlic powder as well. We can give it a little bit of garlic powder. Could also give it a little bit more seasonings if we wanted to. Whatever type of seasoning you like. I do have this really nice Buffalo Trace, which is smooth and savory blend whiskey flavored seasoning by Weber. It's Buffalo Trace. Has a nice little sweet smell to it. We could just give it a little dash. Well, maybe we can't give it a dash of that. There we go. Okay. Dash of that. All right. I'm going to go check our sausage gravy. I'm going to need just a little smidge more of milk. But from what I can tell based on the color, it's gonna need some help. So let's give it a little bit more with this beautiful all-purpose seasoning. Normally I would put Old Bay in it, but I'm just not in the mood for Old Bay today. I don't know why. It's kind of weird. All right, let's give it a little splash more of milk. And I'm just going to let that do its thing. All right. So as soon as I figure out what my new schedule is going to be, we're probably going to have another Cards Against Humanity thing. With all of the holidays happening, it just seemed like not a lot of people are around. So how do you all feel about another Cards Against Humanity party? You guys like that idea? All right, so now we got some nice coloring happening. And just turn. This is kind of a labor of love right here. You can also use tater tots, believe it or not. You just par bake them and then just kind of smush them around. Used to do that over at one of the retirement communities that I used to work at. They got tired of hash browns and roasted potatoes. They wanted something a little bit different, and they were telling me, well, why not tater tots? I'm like, tater tots for breakfast? Yeah. So I had to have them explain that to me. Apparently, it's a thing. Which I thought was a little interesting. All right, turn that down a little bit. That do its thing. The bacon is doing something. But not doing a lot. What? What's happening? Small glitches in the video? Who knows? We'll have to go back and rewatch it. Well, that's weird. Like there's a pause. You know, we're going to be getting rid of StreamYard pretty soon. I think we decided on Streamlabs as soon as this subscription is finished with. We're pretty well done with StreamYard at this point. The price hike and the crappy support that we received and all the audio problems and that we had over the course of the year. Oh, it's your computer. Oh, it's okay. Well, let's talk about it's your computer here for just a moment. Just back that train wreck up for a moment, mother effers. Number one, it was a brand new computer straight out of the box, right? And so, how can that possibly be? How could that possibly be? No, I don't know. They're just come on down. All right, let's go check this out. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. Do need to taste it though. Let's give it a tasty taste. Oh yeah, that's gonna. Oh my gosh. Delish. All right. Yeah, I noticed that on the last video that I did where we were switching between cameras and stuff that there was a freeze there and I was like, what's going on with that? You know, so I thought, well, maybe it's just, you know, a one-off thing. At least we didn't lose all the audio or something like that, or the video didn't, you know, take a shit or something. But all right, so I always put just a little smidge of sour cream in my eggs. It really gives it that lush texture, kind of like cottage eggs. Hey, Candy, we were just talking about you. Yeah, something does smell good. It's your buddy's secret seasoning, Jim Baldridge. It's all over this. It's all over this. So you got to show it to them. Thanks again for these seasonings. This stuff is just freaking whack. All right. So there we got that going. Move this off stove. Stick that in the rear. Back to the rear. All right, I'm just going to turn that to a 3 or a 4. Turn this down to a, oops, turn that to a 1. Put that on the back burner. Turn that off for a moment. Let's go pop over here and say hi to everybody. So, yes, the Deadpool squirrel. I'm so glad you enjoyed that. This was just one of those gag gifts that I got for Timmy for Christmas. And are we switching cameras?
Yes, we are.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry.
Anyway, so yeah, Deadpool squirrel. You know, Christmas has got to have a little bit of comedy, right? So it's like I saw that, and I was like, oh my god, oh yeah. So I got him that squirrel for Christmas, and Timmy's like, oh well, it's got to be on the table. And so my stuffed squirrel that I had got booted to the curb to make room for that one. So, all right, let's give this another stirry stir. All right. So Mason, have you gotten around to some more fishing? Or you got any fishing planned soon? Yeah, it was really hard because it's like, you know, I was gone for 2 months. And the times when I was home, I could barely muster enough energy to even make myself a pot of coffee. And I just wanted to curl up in a fetal position and just cry because everything hurt. And you know, I'm just so glad that you know, that whole ordeal is over with, because it's like, you know, they always say there's no I in team, but that was the problem, is that they're right. They're in a literal sense, because the only person that was in that kitchen was me, you know. So it's like, yeah. So anyway, so let's see here. But yes, there are quite a few new names, and they pop in and out, and that's fine. All right, let's take a look at our bacon. Got a little ways to go on the bacon. Probably another 15 minutes. Just turn that down a little bit. And some of the things that I'm hoping to do in the near future is, I know that we got the big game coming up soon, and Timmy was supposed to help with the Christmas cookie marathon, which kind of flopped. Nobody really seemed to be very interested in it, so we just decided to cancel it, because it's like the price of eggs is like $11 for an 18 pack of eggs, and it's like butter was way up in price too. And you know, I was like, crap, you know, I had all these grandiose plans to do all these cookies, and it's like no one really seemed to have much interest in that. So we just kind of gave up on that. He was going to do his family's traditional Christmas cookie. We were going to actually throw him on camera so that he can actually make them, and I'd be sitting over there playing on my phone and not switching camera angles. Love you.
Thanks.
You're welcome. I'll be here all day. And so, since we're not doing that, he's actually gonna make his family's favorite cheesy bread. So that's going to be for, some big game food ideas for, the upcoming big football games. So, or just if you're not into football and you just want to hang out with friends, it's a great little thing to have. Just to they're just $11 for eggs. Yes, it is so damned expensive that I seriously contemplated going out and getting my own chickens. But part of the problem with that is, do we want to get ourselves some laying hens only to feed the wildlife? Because that's basically what would happen is the coyotes would get to them, and we have a lot of wildlife out here in the middle of nowhere. So, but butter is like way up there in price too. It's like unless you buy them at Costco and you buy them, 4 boxes at a time or however many it comes in a package at Costco. I think it's 4 pounds. If you go to the grocery store, it's like $6 for just one 1-pound box. It's like, what the hell's going on here? It's just nuts. You almost have to, sign away your firstborn to the devil to afford groceries around here anymore. And I remember back in the day when 10 bags of groceries would cost, under $100. All right. Just give those a pokey poke. $6 for eggs, Teresa. It's just that was easier to swallow when our eggs were at $6. But I remember when they jumped up to $6, I was like, why? And it's like getting the plant-based eggs, liquid egg stuff, was actually cheaper than buying eggs. And for a little while, that's what I was doing. Hi there, Life with Ron. We are cooking breakfast for dinner, and it is my last hurrah before I start my new job tomorrow. And so I'm done being a housewife. Got to hang out at home for almost 2 weeks. Did your list for cheese bread? Oh, cool. He's doing his cheesy bread. No, I don't see groceries getting any cheaper either. But I got a huge ass mother effing pork tenderloin. I swear to you, it was 3 feet long. And so we cooked yesterday for dinner. And
half of it.
And so there was a $6 off instant coupon at Costco for this damn thing. The thing was huge. And I opened up the package and realized it wasn't just 2 smaller pork tenderloins. It was one big ass freaking tenderloin. And I'm like, damn. But I paid right around $8 for it after the $6 off coupon. That's a lot of meat. That's a lot of protein for just the 2 of us. All right, so back here what we have is a country gravy. It's sausage gravy, and I do mine just a little smidge different in that I deglaze the pan with some sherry. Sometimes I'll do whiskey, but we put a little bit of the Jim Baldridge's secret seasoning, which is made in Omaha, or just outside of Omaha, North Platte, Nebraska. And Killing It and Grilling It, it's the one that sent it to me. Person that rents his pasture land has that company, and they also sell big commercial tubs of it. I think when I run out, I think that's what I'm gonna do, because I think that's my favorite seasoning right now. My favorite seasoning has always been Old Bay, but lately it's like I've been craving that stuff. Stuff's good stuff. So, oh, cool. So he is definitely going to do the cheese bread. So that's going to be a lot of fun. You guys get to watch that train wreck happen. Actually, he can cook when he has to. Okay, so our bacon is getting pretty close. So now what we're going to do is we're going to come over here. I'm going to turn this front back on, get that heated up. This is a nonstick. Now, one of the things that I would like to touch on as far as nonstick goes, and this one came from Costco. If you have exotic birds, or if you plan to ever get exotic birds, you do not want Teflon pans, because if you overheat them beyond a certain point, it's 375 degrees, they emit a scentless toxic fume that will actually kill your birds. So I always have to be very careful with that. We're actually going to turn the fan on because we do have exotic birds, and that's why I'm mentioning that. So when you're looking for a nonstick pan, there's other ones out there that are Teflon alternatives. There are green pans, or they're ceramic coated, and then they have some other type of finish to them. But here, let me see here. There's this one here, and this one's copper, but it's also a type of nonstick, but it's Teflon free. But I like this one for scrambled eggs, so we're going to use that one. So Timmy likes the cinnamon swirl bread. This is that Thomas stuff. As far as cinnamon swirl breads go, cinnamon raisin swirl, this brand is probably one of the best ones out there. I've had a lot of different ones, but this one's pretty damn good. And I'm not really that fond of raisins in baked goods, but I'll actually I'll eat this to death. I could probably eat that entire loaf. That's why I'm fat. Okay, so the other one is also Thomas brand, and it's the everything bread. Ooh, I like the smell of that. I've never had this one before, but I saw it and I was like, oh my gosh, that actually sounds good. It seems like everybody's all about the everything seasonings these days. It's like, food has this weird trends, and right now it's the everything seasoning. It's at the grocery store about a month or so ago, down the seasoning aisle, and there were a bunch of teenage girls. They were looking for something to deck out their popcorn for their girls' night, and they were like, "Oh, everything!" And they were just freaking out over this whole everything seasoning thing. I was like looking at them weird. They were just going on and on and on and on, and they ended up creating quite the stir at the store. And they had several other people with carts were also walking up the aisle, and they were all talking about the seasoning. And I was like looking at them like, that's weird. That's really weird. All right, 2 more minutes on that. By the time that our eggs are done, everything's going to be ready. So the oil is moving quite nicely in this pan. So now we're going to just add that. And all those white specks, in case you didn't see earlier, is bits of sour cream that I like to add to my egg mixture. It just gives it a whole other. Oh, there goes my ulu. Be careful, there's an ulu in the sink. It just fell off the. Timmy, that ulu will take your finger off, so.
Okay.
It just fell in the sink.
Okay.
It was sitting next to the toaster oven. All right. So when scrambling eggs, you always want to keep them moving. And what I'll do is I'll, go around the edge of the pan and bring it back inward. And I'll pull the pan off the burner completely. And I'll just hold it for a moment. Because the key is to not color your eggs when you're scrambling. You just stir. Some more stirs. Even more stirs. Off the burner. Back down. And what you end up with is a really, really beautiful scrambled egg. Back off the burner. Move it around a little bit. Back down. Back up again. A lot of people, they like their scrambled eggs very dry. I like for them to have some texture to them, but also have a creaminess to them. Back down on the burner. Stir. They should still have some glistening qualities to the egg. Back up again. And see, look how pretty that is. It's nice and pretty. Now, from your hairstylist? Yeah, I love sourdough. I freaking love sourdough, but it's hard to find a really good sourdough unless you go to a really good bakery that's got, really good sourdough. They got to be known for their sourdough. Okay, so now we're just going to add the cheese. This off. Now, pull that over there. Turn that off. Mixy. The cheese. See, look at that. See all those beautiful strings. The eggs are not overcooked. It's got some character to it. All right. Set that aside for the moment. Let's take a looky here. Oh yeah, our bacon is ready. All right, so there's some people that really like their bacon so cooked that it turns to ash in your mouth. Some people say, no, it's got to be fully crispy. Some people like it limpy. Some people like it in between. I like mine to have a nice color to it. I mean, if that pig is going to die for my breakfast, let's give it a proper send-off, right? All right, toast. That's a lot of bacon, I know, but there's a reason for that. We've got small dogs. They love bacon. They love bacon about as much as we do, so we get a little bit of bacon. You might as well just leave the camera over here on this one.
I just moved it over.
Did you? Okay. Move the tablet out of the way. God, that is dark. Is that dark? Oh, maybe it's not. Maybe it's just... We've got a 34-inch monitor sitting there. It just looks dark. Okay, so here's our potato. don't see how they say that that's 7 servings of potato.
There's no way.
There's no way in hell. It's like, this is why I say that this is perfect for 2 people. Timmy usually gets the most of it. I don't eat a lot of potato. Okay, let's get that out of the way. Now, we'll get our eggs. Scrambled eggs. Yeah, look at that. Is that gorgeous or is that gorgeous?
Plates to the middle.
Move the plates to the middle.
Yeah, that's better.
Right there? Okay. I feel like I need to get another light. Move it that way. There we go. Right there?
That works.
That works. Okay, so our beautiful, beautiful golden eggs. Just going to plop it down right there. Eggs are an excellent source of protein. I don't eat eggs that often, so having a large double portion of scrambled egg is not going to hurt me. I think this is probably the first time in a few months that I've had eggs. All right, here's that. Plus the dogs are going to help eat all this, so there we go. Look at the color on those. Is that gorgeous or is that gorgeous? If that's not gorgeous, I don't know what to tell you. Okay. Here, and grab our pan. You know what? I think. How the hell am I going to do this? There we go. Just fold it over. Let's see how nice that bacon is. It's it's got crispies on the edge, but it's still a little on the limpy side, but not quite limpy, but not overdone. Okay, so there's extra bacon right there. All right, let's turn that off. Give this a stir over here real quick. And now I'm going to come in for the star of the show. So I've been craving my grandmother's sausage gravy for weeks now. I've been wanting to do this. All right. I don't have any green onion. I would normally sprinkle some green onion on there. Oh, pop goes the weasel. Extra gravy. And I like to go in a diagonal just so you can see all the different colors. I don't like to just, dump it all over. All right. Ow, ow, ow. Shit. Ow. All right. Toast. Times 2. All right, so chances are, depending on what time I get home tomorrow, I might pop on just briefly tomorrow for a little live. It'll more than likely be on Off Topic Squirrel, just to keep the content separated, because it's not really cooking related. It's how was my first day at kindergarten, sort of thing. So that's pretty much, yeah. I think I'm going to have a lot of fun. I think it's going to be a really, really fun adventure. I'm so looking forward to this because this has been in the making since early November. I've been trying to escape that jail, and now that I have, it's like,
What are you
it's
doing, silly?
it was probably the
Okay?
best decision I ever
Are you
made.
okay?
Um,
Are you okay?
I'm really, really happy for it. Okay, so
Okay.
butter
There's Jory.
the bread.
Oh, there's Jory.
Kind of curious. I think I might have over toasted this. Must have bumped the toaster dial. Got this really, really nice toaster over there. The other one was possessed by a demon. It was like half the bread would be toasted just perfectly, and then the other half of it would be like burnt to a crisp. Or it'd be not toasted at all on one part of it, and then burnt to a crisp on the other part of it. I was like, what the hell's going on here? And it was never the same part of the toast. And it wasn't that we moved the dial around. The thing was just possessed. And we had some friends that was living with us for a little while they tried to sort out their houselessness situation. And I gave them that toaster as a parting gift. Didn't tell them that it was an evil possessed toaster or anything. I'm sure they probably figured it out. Huh?
Part of the parting gift.
Part of the parting gifts, yeah. Well, yeah. So, I know I'm an evil person. I'm a really freaking evil person for doing that. But, it's like, yeah. So, more bacon and pepper. You think it needs more pepper? I think Greg might be right. You want some more pepper? I know you want some more pepper.
Yeah.
Let's crack some fresh pepper over the top of that. All right, Munchie Mafia. So, thank you all for coming out for my last hurrah, and happy belated birthday yet again to Teresa.
Oh, there's Main Girl.
Oh, and there's Main Girl. She's back. I didn't know she left.
I don't know that she did. She may have just been lurking.
Oh, okay. So, yes.
Mason was looking for her a while ago.
Oh, Mason was looking for you, Main Girl, in case you didn't catch that. So, here we have it. Breakfast for dinner.
You going straight up?
Yeah, I'm kind of liking that.
Okay.
Here we go. Okay, there we have it. Just like so. Yeah, it's going to be a fun drive. It's well over an hour one way. But it's on a Friday, and I have to go past the base. So that's going to be a lot of fun. No chicken nuggets here. No chicken nuggets. So, Munchie Mafia, I want to thank you all so much for stopping by and chit-chatting and all that other stuff. I'll pop on tomorrow, depending on what time I get home, and give you all an update on my first day. So, yeah, it's just been a wicked ride. 2024 was such a dumpster fire, and I already feel like the weight of the world is lifted off my shoulders. But we're only into day 2 of 2025, so we'll soon see. Hopefully, it's not another dumpster fire. I don't think I have the heart for it any longer. Oh gosh, I wish you guys could see this. Leroy and Cindy. Yeah, I said your name. I did. Oh, woo, woo, woo. I know. Woo, woo, woo. I'm going to protest. Yeah, I know. I interrupted you. So she's playing with her kitty. Come here, baby.
I'm trying to get him on the uptop camera, but the table's moving.
Yeah, come here. Come here, you little shit. No,
come here. Go see Mom.
Come here. I got bacon. You want bacon? I got bacons.
Go see what she's got.
What I got.
Lily, come here, babe.
I got you. Okay, here we go. there's my girl. And she's gotten so big. She's gotten so big. I mean, look at how big she's gotten. And her tail, she's getting all over color back in her tail. And she's very squirmy. So I'm going to put her down now. Oopsie. Lost my microphone. Anyway. So she's gotten so big. So that's Cindy Lou Who, and she is a Tibetan Spaniel, and she's just recently turned 1 year old. And gosh, I just wish that we could just stay on forever, but I'm starving to death. All I had was a scone. So everybody, thank you all for coming, and don't forget to cook with love and eat with passion. Have a good night.